Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is great to welcome you all to Empower Africa's virtual networking event, Agriculture in Africa, a Land of Opportunities. Welcome. My name is Uriya Rosenman, and I'm a business development manager at Empower Africa in charge of our business relationships and communications, which are agriculture related. I want to start with asking you all not to be shy. Turn on your mic and camera and utilize our platform to engage with other stakeholders and talk actual business. If you need any technical assistance, go to the support table at the bottom right of the screen. Okay, today's event is dedicated to agriculture and to the claim that agriculture in Africa is the future of food security and profitable agribusiness. As the human population keeps growing, we need to find a way to create sustainable food security. Agriculture is one of the most important sectors in the global economy and is crucial for the security of our lives. Not only does it put food on our tables, but it is the most prominent economical engine in Africa and the key to the long-term sustainable development of the continent. This presentation is going to answer two questions. Why should we invest and drive agriculture business in Africa, and why now? Obviously, we cannot bring up all the answers to these questions. So I will mention 6 key factors and elaborate on 3 of them. Let's start with land availability. In order to produce more crops, we need land. There are many advanced technologies to address the lack of available land. Greenhouses, hydroponics, and vertical farming, for example. They all help us tackle this challenge, but we cannot grow crops like rice, wheat, soybeans, corn, sugarcane, potatoes without huge lands for farming. These are all basic crops which are necessary for our clothes, calorie intake, energy, and animal feed. Where on earth is there available land to grow all this, especially when looking to the future? These are percentages of available lands expected in 2030. In Europe and Asia, we have 0% available lands for agriculture. We still have some left in East Asia, but majority of it is in Latin America and Sub-Saharan Africa. Latin America is less relevant today because of the rainforest and that the Amazonas are crucial for the survival of the planet's climate. This means that the only significant land available for agriculture and growing the food for the future will be African land. Land is the basics, but we also need labor. With all the technology we achieved in the recent decades, we still have a great need for manpower. A lot of agriculture today is done by people, and labor costs in Africa are 400% cheaper than in Asia, for example. This means agriculture business in Africa has the potential to be extremely profitable. Another factor is favorable climate and politics. Governance ranking in African countries is on the rise, and the political stability of the continent enables a comfortable business environment for agriculture initiatives. The warm and stable climate makes agriculture technically easier and allows growers to execute long-term planning in their agri-businesses. The next factor is data availability. An article was published 3 months ago, and it says that a landmark map charting soil fertility every 30 meters across the whole of Africa has been developed by a group of international scientists using satellites for soil analysis. This is incredible, as for the first time, farm-level soil data is now available for the entire African continent and nowhere else in the world. This project means that we are going to have huge amounts of data to analyze our work and make the best agricultural and business decisions. The data we have on African soil will be more detailed and elaborate than in Europe or the United States, and it will make African agriculture much more attractive. Up next is water. We cannot grow anything without water, which is the most important source for agriculture, and there is water shortage in many places around the world. Water, however, is available in Africa. There are many different kinds of available water in Africa: lakes, rivers, fountains, seas. And if these are not available, drilling water from the ground in Africa is easy and not expensive. So there is no real water shortage as a resource. The challenge is how to channel and manage the water efficiently. And for that, we have today the most amazing water technologies. The last factor I want to address is the implementation of remote sensing. All the technology that is much more available for us today: precision agriculture, disease diagnosis, soil fertility, satellite data and communications. They all increase our capacities and solve a lot of our problems. They help us to make the right decision based on real-time information and problem detection. This means that today we can manage farm operations remotely and comfortably. We saw it during COVID. Flights stopped and companies and farmers still had huge international operations to take care of. And they were able to control and manage them through their computer with remote sensing, satellites, drones, and more. This also saves a lot of time and cost, as in the past, farmers needed to drive and move around a lot to understand the land and identify problems. And today, when we have all the data in the palm of our hands, it is very easy and comfortable for us to make the right decisions and make a project work. So what is missing? What is missing is the know-how and the capital. Know-how means the managing skills and integrating the business approach in the agricultural operations, but also technical know-how of best practices. As in many places in Africa, farmers still grow like thousands of years ago, using flood irrigation, using buckets, using old seeds and old harvesting techniques. Capital is pretty obvious. Small-scale farmers cannot afford the available technologies, and it is very challenging for them to generate stability in their crops to scale up, which later means they get less loans and have less access to markets. Our approach at Empower Africa is to help agriculture entrepreneurs, investors, farmers, and multinational companies, taking them hand in hand and combining agronomic expertise with economic understanding of the agricultural value chain and business perspective. This is the way we make decisions. This is the philosophy our ASC, Agricultural Solutions and Consulting Services, are based on. We bring together the most experienced agri-experts and give consulting services based on aggregated data and creative project management. We are data-driven, which means that we collect and analyze a lot of information before we bring the decision-making process to the client. We are focused in Africa because of the amazing potential to make profitable business while making a huge impact on the lives of local people. You are all aware that agriculture is responsible for the majority of African countries' GDP. So by bringing unique innovations to African agriculture, we can see tremendous results and a significant change in a short time. The technology available today allows us to find the right solution for every problem, even in very remote, isolated places. Our services cover the entire agricultural value chain. We work with decision makers to manage the project process from initial needs assessment, data collection, and solution selection, all the way to execution, procurement, training local employees, doing the evaluations. We led agriculture projects all around the world for many years and have experience in many different subsectors. But how do we do all this? So we have an in-house, very capable research team that gets all the relevant available information that is out there, but also some of the data that is much less available for most people, which requires more in-depth skills. We make business decisions while involving the client on all considerations, not intuition or hunch-based, but research and data-based. Besides our Director of Agriculture, Mr. Maoz Aviv, we have a team of 12 world-class agri-experts that have vast accumulated experience leading ag projects all around the world, especially in Africa. Their fields of expertise are very diverse and they complement each other. We chose the experts to work with in a way that allows us to tackle any challenge and guarantee the success of every project we take. We have access to some of the most cutting-edge ag technologies in the world. and we have experience implementing these technologies in many different projects, using the technology and out-of-the-box thinking to overcome all of the challenges we might encounter during the process. To wrap up this presentation, I want to declare one more time: agriculture is the future, Africa is the place to invest, and the right time is actually right now. There is no other sector with better opportunities to combine profit with global real impact than agriculture business in Africa. As our CEO and founder, Ezi Rappaport, likes to say, the people are the why, the business is the how. I invite you to talk to us and to visit our booth about agriculture in Africa, and calling all you entrepreneurs, investors, and other relevant stakeholders, let's grow together. Now, you're all welcome to go back to the main lounge, continue networking, and enjoy our platform. Feel free to reach out to us through the chat for any questions. Thank you all for listening. Open your mic and camera and have a fruitful networking session. Please enjoy.